Got the best range in appliances, electronics, furniture, and so much more with the best quality and the best prices. Get a free gift with purchase on select items. Save 20% on select bases when you purchase the matching mattress. Take advantage of great deals and huge savings. Treat yourself. Keep your cash with Quartz Ready Finance. Unbeatable value. Only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Conditions apply. Offer ends February 28, 2026.
Welcome back to WFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited. First, on the local scene, police are investigating a homicide which occurred along the Diamond Brighton Public Roadway. Preliminary investigations indicate that at about 7:20 p.m. on Saturday, February 7, 2026, Lenford Peters, a 43-year-old laborer of Richland Park, was walking along the Brighton Public Road when he was accosted by a masked assailant and shot. He received multiple gunshot injuries about his body. Officers responded to the report and found Peters lying motionless. A medical practitioner later attended the scene and pronounced him dead. A post-mortem examination will be conducted to determine the cause of death. Anyone with information that can assist with this investigation is asked to contact the relevant authorities. Investigations are ongoing. The Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force is investigating a homicide which occurred in Mesopotamia on Friday, February 6, 2026. Preliminary investigations indicate that at about 10:50 p.m., police received a report of a shooting in Montague, Mesopotamia, and responded. Upon arrival, officers were informed that Kevin Richards, a 25-year-old maintenance worker of Montague, Mesopotamia, had sustained injuries and was transported to the Levi Latham Health Center for medical attention. Richards was received at the medical facility with gunshot injuries about his body, where he was met unresponsive and later pronounced dead by a medical practitioner. A post-mortem examination will be conducted to determine the cause of death as investigations continue. Authorities are asking anyone with information that can assist with the investigation to come forward. Still on the local scene, the government is set to revoke license for high-powered rifles to civilians as part of their strategy to combat gun crime in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. This comes after Deputy Prime Minister and Minister with responsibility for national security, St. Clair Leacock, convened an emergency meeting on Sunday with senior members of the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force High Command. The discussion included crime prevention strategies, the proliferation of illegal firearms, gun-related crimes, gang activity, police manpower and attrition, operational assets, working conditions, traffic management, and overall capacity enhancement within the security services. Minister Leacock expressed grave concern about the homicide rate for 2026 and emphasized that there are too many firearms in the hands of the wrong people. The minister further announced that the government will undertake an immediate review of the process governing the issuance of firearm licenses and permits. The meeting followed recent incidents of gun violence, including the fatal shootings on Friday, February 6th and Saturday, February 7th. On to news in the region. The Ministry of Health, Wellness and Nutrition in St. Lucia has launched an internal investigation into the circumstances surrounding the death of 10-year-old Amelia Isidore at the Jacmel Wellness Center on January 29, 2026. In an update on Thursday, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sharon Belmar-George said the ministry recognizes the distress caused by the incident and has moved quickly to review what occurred. Isidore had a medical emergency earlier in the day while at school. She was subsequently taken to the Jacmel Wellness Center, where she passed away despite medical intervention. Dr. Belmar George noted that details of the case cannot be shared at this time due to confidentiality requirements. However, the chief medical officer assured the public that the review will be thorough. Barbados Prime Minister Mia Amor Motley says there were key reasons that prompted her to change her mind about contesting another general election. She explained that, given the constantly changing and turbulent global geopolitical environment and its impacts on critical issues affecting ordinary Barbadians, leaving at this time would be almost an act of treason.
So that when I saw what was happening last year with the tariffs and with the geopolitical struggles and the threats that were starting to come into the Caribbean as a zone of peace, we knew that there would be issues with Cuba and Venezuela and all of that. And we knew that should anything break in Venezuela, Barbados was the largest tourism hub nearest to Venezuela. And as we saw on the 3rd of January, we paid the largest price because it was our country that saw the greatest number of cancellation of flights with respect to tourists and by extension also to the cruise lines.
The Prime Minister added that a second factor influencing her decision concerned crime and public safety in Barbados.
I recognize that I also served as Minister of Education for 7 years and Attorney General for 5 years, and that there would be very few people who would be able to bring together what was necessary to start to deal with the strengthening of our law enforcement system, the reform of our criminal justice system, and the need to build strong societies, strong communities, strong families to fight crime, to prevent crime in this country. And ironically, that is how Michael Lashley and I started talking, because we saw Barbados first, not party. And those were the two reasons predominantly that caused me to change my mind.
Barbados general elections are scheduled to be held on Wednesday, February 11th, 2026. On the international scene, Japanese stocks surged to a record high on Monday as Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi, Liberal Democratic Party (LDP), basked in a historic election victory. The LDP secured 316 out of 465 seats in Sunday's election, the first time a single party has won a two-thirds lower house majority since Japan's parliament was established in its current form in 1947. The Japan Innovation Party, the LDP's coalition partner, won in 36 more constituencies, taking their combined total to 352 seats. Takaichi, Japan's first female prime minister, called a snap election last month, just a few months after taking office in October. She now faces the challenge of reviving Japan's dying economy and tackling cost of living woes. Finally, in sports, the Seattle Seahawks in Sunday's game beat the New England Patriots to claim their second Super Bowl victory. The Seahawks won 29-13 at the Levi's Stadium. It was a defensive performance for the ages, and Britain Aiden Dodd played a pivotal role, becoming the first overseas coach to win the United States' biggest game. This has been VFM's Midday News. I have been your presenter, Shanika Stapleton. Join us again at 3 o'clock for VFM's 3 p.m. news. VFM's Midday News came to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited.
Hassle-free loans for your every need. Courts have you covered, best believe. Courts ready, cash is for everyone. Not to worry, fast approval. Hurry up and come. We got it all, we on the go. Courts ready, cash, you already know. We got it all, we on the go. Courts ready.
Courts Ready Cash. Ready